Hello.
7.
Welcome.
6.
Welcome.
5.
To For the Crystal Empire.
Welcome, travelers.
Welcome, weary traveler.
Come.
Do you
Now,
want some tea?
I actually
Hey,
have.
now, ladies.
Yeah, actually. Let's do that. Can you guys tell me what you did last?
Man.
Can you see it on the map?
For some
That's right!
inspiration?
Alright.
For
I can give you an
inspiration?
explanation.
Shut up,
Yeah,
everyone. I'm gonna give the best recap ever. Unless anyone else wants to do the recap.
Last time on the Crystal Empire, the party arrived at this camp and did things. They searched the tents and continued to search the tents into the next session. And in that session, a lot of fucking shit happened. To go in chronological order, first, a crown was found, and a certain plasmoid decided to put it on, and it was possibly cursed, and now it won't leave her.
Can confirm it is cursed.
Second, as they were walking back to the cart, they saw a tree, a dying crystal tree, barely alive. Hey, let's cast Dispel Magic. 3 times. Fails the first. Fails the second. Oh, that's a natural 20 on the third. And then they rightfully get spiked as the tree expands. As that's happening, or I guess before that was happening, a certain paladin found a ring in some nice, good old human soup. He decides to break the one ring with Shatter.
Yeah.
He does so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something spooky in that ring. Uh-oh.
Ooh, spooky.
It doesn't think you're that delectable. Goes off to the next person. Hey, it goes to Ulkin. Ulkin resists. Goes to the next person. Oh, it goes to Old Whitey. Uh-oh. Old Whitey's Old Whitey for a reason. He's not that sharp. He's possessed.
Damn.
Then,
He
then
didn't read about ghosts and things during his studies. No,
poor Old Whitey.
He learned street tactics and
Then, Tirsheal finds a certain box in a certain tent. Let's open that box. Ooh, there's a giant crystal. Wait, there's something in that crystal. Oh god. It's a person. Oh god. It's the Emperor.
Oh
Dun,
my
dun,
What if he had a
dun.
text-to-speech device?
That would be nice, but he's currently dead. Also, potentially the thing that was in the ring might have been the Emperor, but we're not too sure. That's just a theory.
A
game.
I
Alright.
fucking love you.
Thanks for watching.
Stab you.
No,
End of the stream.
Alright, end stream. End stream.
Game's over. I see you guys.
Tirsheal then brings Haseo over to, well,
Fade,
show him the goods.
fade to black.
The crack,
Just
the
kidding.
crystal. And just as he's about to lay his glorious eyes upon it, we catch back up in the timeline, and suddenly there's a second sun as this tree grows. The plasmoid gets rightfully spiked as the tree expands. Haseo is in a daze because, oh my god, it's a divine decree from the crystal trees.
Okay.
Anywho, he's completely stunned,
Okay, nerd.
and everybody is in absolute shock as this tree is just miraculously grown.
Nah, I think it's just kind of cool.
Everybody's
I know, right?
Haseo's first thoughts is, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Alistair is like, okay. Old
Time to
Whitey
secure.
is possessed. Moxie is bleeding out on the tree. Ulkin is like, I wonder what I can do with that. What if I get my grubby hands on it? Okay, I'm gonna stop with that. And Tirsheal is also
And I
like,
did too. Almost got killed for it.
You didn't get shit. That thing returned, remember?
Almost
That
got
crystal-
killed for
No, I
nothing.
said I almost did. and then it
Thankfully, all Crystal Empire trees are built in with self-defense. What? No,
It's all-
anti-theft. Yes, anti-theft. That's the correct term.
Actually, just blow
It
it
has
out.
anti-cheat installed battle eye.
Then after getting Moxie and rescuing her, and she still needs new clothes. Her clothes are kind of ripped. Haseo's gonna turn away. Then the party has taken a day to clean up the camp and to let Olkin rest, as we are preparing to now call the Empress, because holy fuck, this shit with the Emperor, this is not for our pay grade. This is her shit to deal
I
with.
also created a forced labor camp out of all of you, and then forced you all to clean up the camp for the Emperor.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to
currently
go over here and do my
dying, so
funny
I'm gonna
casting
rest.
ritual to cast Google Translate so that I could enlist the help of our friend from another planet.
Oh yeah. Trilla's just Trilla. She's just like, what the fuck is this Skrilla tree going on?
I'm gonna fucking punch
We
you.
don't know what they say.
I-
We don't know.
Looks over at you.
So I'd like to spend the time. I'd like to spend the 10 minutes to cast Google Translate
Picks up
as a
hand.
ritual spell.
As I am to become the next emperor.
It's written
I forgot to
languages.
leave that.
No, understand literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
First sentence. You also understand any written language.
It's just
It
that
does both.
it's just Tirsheal just can't respond, sadly.
Okay. She just stares at you.
I would like to try and communicate them helping us clean up the camp. Would you like a performance check?
Please perform badly at this.
Silence you.
Okay, please perform badly at this.
Okay,
Yeah.
would you like a performance?
I would like a performance.
That's
My evil plan.
Wait, why the fuck am I doing this? I have message.
Well, too late for that.
Don't worry, Trilla perfectly understands this feeble fish.
Because instead of having like a couple words, you get an entire hour of conversation.
No, Tirsheal's just doing his
You just see her look at you and just go, and then shakes her head.
Damn.
As if they don't understand or they're not going to help.
Yes.
She points at her sword.
She's only a combat NPC.
I'm going to shrug like I don't know what that means.
She
She's a
will
combat.
ponder for a moment, and she will like make punching motions, and then point at herself.
She's a combat NPC, not a.
And then she
not an
will shake her
NPC.
head to like a sweeping motion.
They fight, they do not clean.
Mm-hmm.
They're a fighting NPC.
Also, was that enough for inspiration, Nikki?
Yes. You all can have inspiration.
Imagine using your
Yes.
inspiration last time.
Man, imagine dying to a tree.
I tried
No,
just
well,
to
could
try
be-
to avoid the possession, but to nothing.
Oh, I still have inspiration? Nice.
Hmm.
Does
Here's
inspiration
where I
stack?
didn't pass.
Maybe does
Uh,
inspiration stack?
Is there any way I can get the horse to move the wagon inside the camp so that it's not just out in the open?
Yes.
Ask Alistair. He's friends with Kevin.
No, I'm not talking to the crazy person.
Oh, right. Animal handling.
I was gonna see if I couldn't lure it with a carrot.
That still requires animal handling.
That's
Animal
fair.
handling with disadvantage.
That's an 8.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm
Horse
choosing
doesn't like
chaos
me.
today.
Nearly got an oof there, Chief.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
The horse only responds to its rightful master now.
Yeah.
You try to like coax it towards you and it just doesn't move or refuses.
It says fuck you.
I'd like to grab the reins and just start tugging the horse.
I feel a disturbance of the force.
Alright.
Come on.
Contested athletics.
With
Contested
disadvantage.
athletics? Are you trying to kill me?
I'd like to
That's-
give Kevin
that's 13.
bardic inspiration.
You can't bardic
It's-
inspiration from this
It
distance.
stands its ground, it doesn't budge. It's like you're trying to move a fucking rock. It's heavy to you. You're like, what the fuck? How did this thing become heavy?
How do you get heavier? What the fuck?
Do I feel a disturbance of the force, Nikki? Do I feel somebody near Kevin?
It's not how it works. You don't
not
have a
meant-
psychic link with Kevin.
You're
I'm not asking you, I'm asking Nikki.
You know, you do not have
Yes.
the psychic link with your...
Okay.
Alright.
Damn it.
Fucking around.
If it was a familiar, that's a different story. Wait, is this a...
on the carriage,
Damn,
I-
this work is real hard. I'm gonna cast Find Steed.
I'm gonna fucking grab
You'd
the
have to
reins.
have it prepared first.
Oh, I
Going
don't have it prepared,
to
you're right.
Grab the reins, and I'm going to motion for the horse to go forward, since it wants to act like a little shit.
Animal handling.
You got a +1 wisdom, you got more than I do.
Still, no,
Oh, no.
it's not like it.
Nope.
Kevin, beat him up.
Same beat. Well, much similar to you trying to drag him. He just refuses to listen to you. This stubborn
tune, different
ass
song.
animal, man. Your sister would be way better at this shit.
He doesn't know they're a druid.
Damn.
I am tempted to find a way for you to let me arcana this bullshit.
No.
Ah, pride. The
Arcana?
downfall of all men.
Yes.
What do you mean by your...
Just
what?
ask.
Just ask me.
the
Just come up
person
and
who
ask
can
Alistair.
speak.
Oh,
He'll
It's
do
not
it.
a tool. It's
I
not
have a
like
dumb
technology.
idea.
It's an animal, dude.
Okay, so
If this was like,
If you
if
kill
this was a
Kevin.
mechanical animal, maybe.
message doesn't say it has to be a person. It just says a creature within range.
It doesn't have a high enough intelligence to understand any language.
You don't know that. It seems to understand you just fine.
Because he
Not
uses
really.
speak with animals, you idiot.
It really isn't actually understanding him.
Yeah, that's just.
It only understands that I am giving it comfort and being
It just
kind to it.
understands that it's being pet and given food. And given attention, basically.
Fucking horse. Come on.
And it also sees
Move.
it passes its master at the moment. Only goes when Alistair goes. This is gonna be such a pain in the ass later on. This horse refuses to listen to you for some reason.
Move your damn thing.
Stick it to the man.
I would like to pull out a handful of dried berries and see if it will listen to me with the
Oh,
outreach
you have
food.
food in your hand? Alright,
Yeah.
advantage.
Come on.
Well,
Come on.
it turns its head sees your food. Ooh.
Come on.
Starts moving its head towards it. Its lips are going
I would like.
I
would
love how the
like to-
wagon moves with the wagon.
Oh
I
my
would
god.
like to try and coax the horse this way with the food.
Is that wagon strafing right now? Holy
Hell
shit!
yeah.
Deja blue.
Tokyo.
Alright.
Tokyo horse right now.
Oh, poop.
And it's a little bit more.
Man.
And now the horse
Yeah.
makes a con save.
Bye.
Watch out, watch out.
All right.
Why are you bringing the horse in?
If we're going to be here, it's better to have it inside the walls than outside the walls.
That is
We haven't cleared out a space.
The
for it
horse
yet.
narrows its eyes for a moment.
I have given it the food. I'm just like,
The horse actually looks at you like this, bitch.
Yeah, you've given it food, but it's expecting more.
This man has
Do I
the
have
It
best
followed you
idea.
because its mouth is starting to like poke at your pockets and stuff and trying to open like flaps.
I
You
don't
trying to
have
get
rations as an item. Hold on, where did they go?
Where did Olkin go, Haseo?
I noticed somebody was missing. Now they're
if you don't
fucking
have-
with the horse.
Look, we're frozen in time. They're doing their thing.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck. Okay.
But meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing during the rest of this fine
I go
day?
to find Olkin because Olkin went missing and he was the one telling us what to clean and how to.
I told you to deconstruct all the fucking disgusting tents and like
Yeah.
clean up and like de-spike the land around here.
The words I heard
I can
were
light the towers on fire so that
Okay.
they're gone.
Can you
everything
clean up all
ablaze.
the ash afterwards?
I mean, that's the wind's job.
Then
Oh,
no, it is your job. Incorrect.
I
don't
sit
know.
and play background music
I don't
as
know
the
what
bard.
bullshit you're on about. I'm
I
pretty
hate to
sure.
inform you, but if you're having fun with your work, you're not doing work.
That's
Do you think
that's
it's
not how
fun
work
to light shit
works.
on
That is
fire?
how Oaken sees work.
I can scorching ray the buildings.
Then you
Other
gotta
than that-
clean. Then you've gotta clean up the ash afterwards.
But I'm an old man.
Look, I don't care if you're senior. You're still trusted as a combat specialist out in the land. You should be able to work a little bit.
Nah, I'm
Moxie
good. I'm
could
gonna
probably
play some
consume the
background
ashes.
music.
Moxie just starts.
From where I am.
So Moxie, what kind of music are you playing?
They're not no.
Let's
Stop
go, Old
step.
Whitey.
No.
A song
I
about
look to Old Whitey and offer him
Oh.
some water.
You know, it has been a while.
I guess in the meantime, I'll start deconstructing all the cages, probably filled with bodies.
Seeing as I can now see Tirsheal, whenever I walked up to Olkin, I'm gonna assist Tirsheal by hopping up onto the reins.
So you get up. The horse recognizes you, Alistair.
I pat the horse as I'm getting up.
Hmm.
It neighs
Hey,
happily.
Hey, Nikki, would I be able to, like, instantly clear some tents with Fireball?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
At
do
least,
you-
at least look through them first. Like, holy shit.
We already did. These were the ones we searched.
I only searched these two tents, the first two tents. Like,
yeah,
these two
well,
were the only
then
ones.
These are the ones that are untouched. And
Yeah.
this is about the size of the cart with the horse. So,
Mhm,
I'm just going to look at Alistair. You might want to make sure he doesn't get spooked.
Could you wait for like 10 seconds?
Fireball, my
Yes.
beloved.
And could you also move to the side so I can steer the wagon in? Alright, I bring the wagon over
On
to
the
like,
opposite.
yeah, over to like right here.
You have permission of Kevin.
I don't think he does.
Here, I have ownership of Kevin.
God damn it.
Oh,
I can drive.
Man, even radio doesn't give me permission to do that shit.
Damn.
Fuck.
I did.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe with
he's
Maggie
almost-
for a short time.
It's
So
you drive
anyways-
over top. No.
Max building.
Hey, one
So,
second.
anyways, Fireball, my beloved.
Why are you doing it right next to the tree?
I'm doing it on top of the tents. And all
Okay,
the
so the tree is
boxes.
pretty tall.
Nice.
That fireball will
Yeah.
reach its lowest branches.
Won't or will.
Won't.
I died for
Just
that.
barely.
tree. I'm gonna be
If it had
damned if
seeds,
someone's
it would
gonna
have
mess
definitely
with it.
hit those. If it had seeds.
Don't hit the
It's
goddamn
not-
crane. It could still be useful.
Nah,
Goddamn
it's fine. Anyways, Fireball, my beloved. Delete structures.
It can't.
Yeah,
I
It's part
swear
of the
if you-
map.
I swear,
Gone.
if you hit
Sure.
that tree, I'm gonna kill you.
And then
Like you killed me.
I'm just going to walk over and I guess grab a broom out of the back of the cart and start whisking those off outside of the camp.
You have prestidigitation, right?
Oh wait, yeah, I do.
Prestidigitation does not get rid of ashes.
Prestidigitation.
Well, it creates a puff of wind, so you can just.
Yeah, but it's not as good as Gust. If you wanted that, you get Gust.
I don't have gust.
Am I rolling animal
That's why
handling for
you
what I just
get
said?
first.
Oh, you're just patting them and be.
Well, no, you can also just clean it. Yeah,
Just
you can
create-
clean it.
You're just
I'm
talking
brushing
to it.
Kevin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it says you can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. So if I wanted to spam prestidigitation over the course of like an hour, I could probably clear out this area of ash.
I mean, it's not quite as written, but
I mean, dirt is ground is
He's right.
technically an object.
He's really trying to get us to do
What?
physical labor.
yeah.
Ground is technically an object.
What are you talking
No, it's
about?
not.
Yeah, mother.
Okay.
Prestidigitation would work, alright?
It wouldn't. It literally wouldn't. Is that what it's for?
No.
What? But why are they turning into ball?
You do clean things, sure, but it's like taking blood off of your coat and putting it on the ground. Or dirt and other things like that. It doesn't like make it gone, like instantly disappear. It just takes it off of your things and puts it around you.
Yeah, remember, when I piss your pants as a wizard, I'm still required to piss my pants. I'm just pissing your pants.
God damn it.
Shut it. Fuck off.
So what you're doing is just spreading the ash around if you're doing it that way.
Buildings was I supposed to burn because I do have scorching ray.
Basically, all the nasty-looking tents. Leave the crane. The crane is useful.
Perhaps.
Probably leave alone the main temple. And anyone with any amount of physical strength should be taking care of all the spikes on the ground up in the higher elevation areas.
What about, and I quote, acid splash as an option? I will avoid
I-
physical labor.
I would say it's a good try, but I don't know if you've tried burning random shit with acid in the world. That shit smells horrible.
And this is all leather.
Fuck it. I guess I will grab a, like...
I mean,
Is there, like, one of those wide...
so it's not like instantly burnt. It takes a while to burn down, but it smells like burnt leather.
That's nice. I'd like to get, like, a shovel or something and just start clearing the ashes.
Someone making a steakhouse?
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yo, we go into the
I'm
steakhouse?
just clearing ashes, I guess, because they'll yell at me if I don't, even though
Yes.
it really doesn't matter.
No, it matters to me.
You,
That's what
you
matters.
can swipe, or you can sweep and everything. Old Whitey, what are you doing?
I am burning some some tents.
Ah, you're
No.
just firing off into
Leave,
tents.
leave this tent alone. That's where we were keeping the Emperor's body.
Krakatoa.
At least you told me that now.
If
We
you
talked
really...
about it last session.
Old Whitey.
So, this is the only tent that can't be touched. I'd say maybe start burning down these watchtowers.
You know, if we're gonna occupy this fucking camp, we might want to leave those for if we have an actual guard come. 'Cause,
They're- They're made by a bunch of bandits
You know.
and cannibals.
Just saying, that is a massive tree, and it probably can be seen from quite far a distance away
this is
in
why we
a
need to call.
barren desert.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we were prepping. We're getting ready.
We'll leave the watchtowers then, so we can actually be on them.
Yeah.
Get
I'm
rid
talking
of the
about nasty
tiny
tents.
buildings. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm saying get rid of all the nasty tents and shit. Clean up, get ready, de-spike the ground, make it look presentable.
If
But
anything,
yeah.
Get rid of all the
After making it-
blood.
I'll just burn the front
Nikki,
three
I have a
right in front of
question.
Old Whitey.
Go ahead.
Do I find anything in the crate I'm hiding in?
Why are you hiding in a crate?
I don't want to do labor.
To avoid- you are aware that Olkin is actively making sure everyone's working, so I'm actively looking for everybody to do things.
Well, there are so many crates. You're not gonna find me immediately.
Yes, this is correct. I would in fact not find you
I will-
immediately.
I will do it just to spite you. I will enlarge Olkin so that he is big dwarf
And then I will enlarge in myself.
and
No.
become mega dwarf.
Becomes warden. You know he
I
can.
am-
You know he can enlarge himself, right?
I like how while Olkin's working, I'm just
And
right behind him
that's
brushing the
wild,
horse.
But it's even funnier when he's even bigger.
Well, until you guys find me, I'm gonna hide in
Hey,
this.
as long as you're actively taking care of the horse, you're still doing work, okay?
Hey, Nikki, can I doubt it, but can I look around these tents for like a periscope or something?
I have
Oh,
an idea.
actually,
of how we can get rid
make
of
me an
our
investigation.
watchtowers.
Probably in the watchtowers, and yes, roll investigation.
Can
Ooh, Nikki,
can
do I need to roll for anything when I'm looking through the crates and hiding in them?
Investigation or perception, and also stealth.
wait a minute. Where the fuck is?
Which, by the way, I can do that. Look at that. It's
wait,
racial.
Where's my
So,
ferret?
anyways,
Caesar? Caesar!
Remember,
I
he
think
died in
Caesar
the
died.
combat. You haven't resummoned him.
No, Caesar did die. That was fucking Nibbles.
nippers.
Nippers got
Anyways,
killed by Alistair. Where's my?
Hey, Olkin,
Oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
if I make you big, do you think you can dismantle those shitty watchtowers?
I have already made myself big.
Yeah, but like I can make you even bigger. They stack.
They're
No,
the-
enlarged and no.
You
It's, he's
buffs
casting-
only. You can only be affected by a named buff once.
His magic is
His-
basically him casting a
the
large reduce
racial-
on him.
The
It's
racial.
enlarged reduce though. It literally
It's under the same
Oh.
name. It's the same name.
the giant barbarian is a separate entity, and you can technically enlarge them.
Yeah, those two
further.
you can stack because they're
And-
under different names.
Technically, Rune Knight would as well, but Nikki
Yes.
doesn't
Yeah.
allow it.
You. The other. Okay, then. But you allowed that in the other campaign where we had. The
Yeah,
Yeah.
rule of cool. It is what it is.
Damn, I got
It-
I
Uh,
got a
That's why I'm
spell of
bringing it
8.
up.
Real quickly, can Caesar give me a
I
chance?
see it as a racial ability more than a spell. It's not exact. Well,
Ah,
It's like the Galgiri
yeah.
that specifically have that ability to make themselves large.
Hey, Olga,
Same
you don't
thing.
mind failing a perception check, would you?
Actually, I already rolled one for Tirsheal. Did pretty decent. Let's see. Do I notice you not doing things?
While I'm investigating crates.
14. Let's see. Roll that stuff.
Okay, so Oaken, they rolled
There
an
it
8.
is.
So
Oh.
Oaken, this is what happens. You get to this side of the camp, and you notice Moxie's not sitting next to Old Whitey, and Old Whitey's firing off fucking scorching rays at the tents. and they're on fire, slowly burning, and he's still sitting on the log, just watching the fire burn. But he knows Moxie's not next to them, and you also hear the sounds of banging and moving around in a car inside a crate, as if like someone's searching inside a crate, but you don't see anyone. But it's coming from over here.
Well, first off, I have enlarged myself to help me, break things like a giant stone furnace. So I guess I'll hear the crate, go over to it with my own hands, rip the top off of it, and then look inside.
You see a puddle of plasmoid searching through a box. In this box, Moxie, you find lots of rations and things, but you also find a few gourds.
Few gourds. Oh, nice.
Right, Oaken's going to pick up the box.
I don't know, Caesar. Can you give yourself advantage?
I don't know. Like,
Oaken's going to pick up the box Moxie is in because I have a
what do they help?
substantially larger carrying capacity now.
What are they helping you with?
investigation.
Oh, yeah. That's if they are proficient in it, they can.
Okay, no, they're not.
Moxie holds up food.
I wouldn't eat those. No, like what's in this?
They hold up very old food. It's like
Okay.
it's been here for.
Basically, Oaken's gonna carry the box that they're in over to the smithy, and then start breaking the smithy down, and then put empty Haseo, or not Haseo, Moxie out of the box, and I do mean empty them out, so tip it over, and he's just gonna tell her carry the stones out of the out of the town. After I smash the smithy to pieces. They're small rocks, but have fun doing it all day.
She turns into a blob and then makes tendrils to do like a what motion.
You know that spell only lasts a minute, right?
And I used it to smash a giant piece of stone. Yeah.
Just gestures to her size, then gestures to the stones.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know.
We're
The size of
locked
it, like,
up.
yeah, I
Moxie,
smashed it.
Mm-hmm.
limbless blob, then becomes
Hold on,
multiple arms.
I have an idea. I will assist Moxie.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I will cast enlarge on the plasmoid.
It only
There you
lasts a minute.
That's enough time for them to put the rocks in the crate and start moving it.
That's a lot more than you think.
Yeah, that's a lot of stone.
It's
They
not
can
gonna be-
pick
Shame on
up
all.
a fuckload of the stone.
Exactly, and put
Shame
them
on
in the
all
box.
of you.
Right.
Why won't you let me just be the
Just look
background
for a
music?
wheelbarrow, like- I have no doubts this place has a wheelbarrow.
Hmm?
I could make one rather easily, but people
It
are
doesn't.
being really quick to shirk off duties, so I'm not gonna make them a wheelbarrow if they're gonna keep trying to shirk off their duties.
But you do see
Come on.
But you do see what seems to be a sort of sled.
Hmm.
Oh,
I will use both of my points though, since Old Whitey wants to be a bit more. I will give him a bucket and a shovel, which I don't have on me, so I gotta use my divinity to do.
Alright, so
You won't give me a wheelbarrow, you son of a bitch.
So Old Whitey, you now have a shovel and a bucket. Congrats.
Why is it far?
So, Nikki, I rolled a 13 investigation looking for like an eyeglass, to long distance perception.
I'm so tempted to use I am the king right now.
Do
Oh.
not.
No. Don't do that.
You know my response.
Do it, you coward. Yeah, I know your response.
But yeah, but yeah, Nikki, I'm investigating the watchtowers looking for like an eyeglass if there is one.
What are you looking for? Sorry?
An eyeglass. The thing that you typically see in like pirates where they pull it out, extends, and they look through it. An eyeglass.
Oh, an eyeglass?
Yeah. It's an actual item.
I love the idea of harnessing the power of God himself just to create a bucket.
Or is it called a periscope? What the fuck is it called?
If you need equipment, as long as it's under 100 gold, I can make it.
It's a spyglass. That's what's it called.
Can you make me a wheelbarrow?
Yes! I won't.
Please?
I won't.
He could, but he won't.
But he won't.
You
Man.
tried to avoid work. You tried to avoid work. You don't get help. You get to carry work. You get to carry it all by yourself.
Or it's called a spyglass, and looking at its price, I doubt they have.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take the time to go through these buildings here, or these tents, before I torch them.
Making a girl work.
Damn, you're gonna pull that shit when you are literally an amorphous blob of slime. You chose to look like that.
Chosen for him.
I guess I will ask our man here if he wants me to give the horse basic barding.
How many charges of that do you get?
At this level, 2.
Nikki,
Oh.
man, investigate the tent.
Go ahead. Roll investigation or perception of your
It uses my channel divinities.
height.
Nice. Hmm.
18. You look through this tent and you find weapon holders and other things missing their weapons. You find stripped leather for the handles. You find more ore.
Nice. I'll put that all into the crate instead of the stones.
Can I roll an investigation for these 3 tents over here?
Sure.
I love doing labor camp RP.
Yeah.
And I'll start begrudgingly working.
Kind of just gave me a bucket and walked off.
And a shovel, so you can pick up the ashes.
I mean, I've got other options like this.
Yeah, you can mage hand the bucket.
Yeah. Slide it across the canal.
Yeah, so what you do is you take the bucket with the mage hand and you dump it over the fence.
Man, I should. Oh, I can dump everything over the fence.
Yeah, but the rocks, are you going to attempt to lift them all over the fence, which is probably taller than you, because otherwise it's not a very good fence?
I mean, it looks like it's made of leather. You could just cut a hole through it. But then again,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
whole
Are the
other
fences
perimeter.
more stable than they look? I don't know.
They look like they're made out of the same materials as
They
the
are. They're made out of leather. And, kind of like
Air quote.
skewed to the spikes. They're makeshift walls. They'll work, generally meant to be temporary.
I'll make a square shaped hole and throw all the stones in there.
5-year-old abandoned ruin. I'm surprised this place is still standing in any capacity, given how ramshackle everything is.
Make me an insight roll to this place. All y'all.
Insight. Ooh.
Oh wow!
I learned the secrets of the universe.
I cannot see
I
rolls.
also know that.
Yes, there it is.
There it is.
I guess we're
I
all
cannot
making
see
insight.
rolls.
Tirsheal, Olkin, Moxie, what the fuck? 24s.
Well,
We need one more. If someone rolls another 10, there's another 24.
this is another 24. Come on.
I don't think
Alistair.
he has any insight to help.
Aha!
The only
Damn.
body can spread
Yeah,
So close.
He doesn't have any.
Anyways,
24.
with a 24,
Wait, what the hell? Did you roll again?
God damn it.
Oh, fucking Caesar.
Stop.
hey, with a 24, you'll notice that this place seems both loosely used, but also not very used. It seems that there are some areas of this camp that have been used, and some areas that seem to be left untouched. There are recent footprints made in the blood that are not your own, as most of you wear shoes, and these are footprints. Another thing you will notice that is a lot of the weapons are recently sharpened, as if in use.
Wasn't
The
there also
forge was also semi-warm before you smashed it up. It seemed to have been used recently somewhat. This place seemed to have been, like, not a base, but it seemed to have been a stopping point for somebody.
Would this match in numbers of the Onis that found us, the bandit nomads?
Now, mind you, I'm gonna tell you something that you may have missed.
There was some soup that was recently in it.
So the Onis you faced was only a small amount.
Yeah.
They're part of a roaming band that seems to be roaming the wastes. They may have been here before.
Well, that's what I was asking. With the natural 20, would I be able to infer whether or not the amount of tracks recent activity would that have matched the number of Onis that approached us in the night, or
More.
were there more of them?
More.
Is there any indication that they would be coming back? As in, did they leave anything behind to come get?
There seems to be bedding a few weapons that are still unclaimed, and there seems to be like some things that were in still use, like some of the fires and stuff, just recently gone out, probably just left unkept. The temple, the place where you found like the strange stuff here, Moxie. That place seemed to have been recently, like, it seems someone was kneeling in there constantly. There's like almost like someone praying in there or something. Whatever they're worshipping.
Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
how tall is this tree again?
Like 100 feet tall, but 90 feet to get to the low or semi-lowest branches.
Well, I want to be at the tip top of the tree.
Tip top, 150. Really
Alright.
tall tree. Like it's directly like on a ley line, and you
I see.
reset it.
Well, I'm at the tip top of this tree, and I'm going to.
Sorry, not you.
Look.
Moxie, reset it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna stand at the top of this tree, and I'm gonna look around.
Alright,
Around.
make me a perception check. So you're using your eyes. Secondary thing, I'm
Wait.
gonna get you to do something else.
Wait, what did you say, Nikki? I didn't catch that.
You got impaled by the tree.
Oh,
I was just making reference to it. As Moxie discovered
Sheds a
how
tear.
tall the tree was. Sorry. At the top of this
Sheds a
tree, with a 19, you notice, you actually notice a few things with a 19. You notice two things heading your way. One, well, it seems very far, but there seems to be a dust storm heading your guys' way. And by far, I mean like really far. It's just big enough you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly this afternoon it could come in.
No, more like in the next day or so.
You'd be surprised how fast those moves. All right, what's the
hey,
second?
look on the bright side. At least we got
Um,
tents.
right.
Seven?
Hey.
Oh,
Off in the distance upon, because you guys are midway between heading towards the coastline and in the middle of nowhere, basically. There are a few slight structures around, kind of like a mesa. It's like those like strange shaped areas, and they're literally just crystal. Like, imagine all of those like strange rock structures, but just crystal instead.
Yeah.
And those are around the. I just don't have assets for that. At the moment, at least. But there are few and far between. More closer to the mountainsides, or they're on the other side of the mountain. They're more common. Anyways, you notice weird things moving about in the sands and things. Might be just animals, but it seems the winds and things seem to be changing. And, the dust storm seems to be not like your normal, dust
Dust
storm.
storm.
You're not sure what it is at the moment. Can you make me insight? Actually, roll me a d20 plus half your level.
and plus half my level, plus 3.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I would inspire that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Hi.
Oh god damn it, that was nearly a 15. Anybody
At
else?
least it's a crit fail.
Fine.
What?
Bing.
Use it.
Soviets using us.
Ian.
What the fuck?
Fucking-
I think you're just cursed, bud.
Why do I bother?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm sitting on 2 inspirations. I'm not gonna give
You,
you one though.
they don't
Caesar.
stack.
Yeah, they max a 1.
Caesar, what the
Oh.
fuck is going on? You
Damn.
see that dust storm? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Caesar will look at you and look out there.
Best response ever.
Oh my god!
I love it that I roll it and rolls a crit. Alright,
Rigged.
looks over,
I know.
and says, the way the sand is pushing up, it doesn't look like it's rolling forward, it looks like it's rolling upwards. As if something is hitting the ground, causing it to shoot up.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Can I get a rough estimate of how far away that is?
Rough estimate?
Yeah.
Really far away. Like I said, it looks like they'll be here in maybe a day or so.
Huh.
Do
The
we have
dust
any
storm.
indication of what it is?
What Caesar is, it clicks in your mind for a moment. If there is dust storms, that seems to be a stampede of some kind. There is either a lot of things coming this way,
Or one really big thing.
or one really big thing, yeah.
Alright.
Either way, it's kicking up a lot of dust.
After all this information, Haseo comes down from the tree. Casually stepping
I can't
through the
see anybody. Zero.
I have an idea, but I don't think that's it.
What?
The worm.
The worm?
The worm.
No, I just took a look at our surroundings, and it looks like we have a dust storm possibly coming in within a few days. There is something kicking up a hell of a dust storm. Well, not really storm, but cloud, off in the distance, and
That's the same thing.
oh, it's the same. It's the same thing. Oh, never mind. It's the same thing. It might be here in next day or two. I'm not sure. Whatever the hell it is, it's either really big or it's a lot of thing. So we might be having company far sooner than we realized.
Trilla's gonna be like,
Um,
bite.
I will not to
You don't
them.
speak.
Unless it
Just
is
kidding.
expired, I think I still understand them. Actually, no, it's been a while. I don't think that's still I got a
Oh,
question.
she understood a little bit of what Haseo was saying, as she's been learning.
I got a question.
So she heard that they're, trouble.
So, based on our previous insight checks on the camp, how many would have been here? Other than, like, the group of, I think, 5 we dealt with already.
So the 5 you dealt with, that's probably just a portion of it. You think there's 10 or more? Extra?
Okay, that doesn't seem like enough to be causing that much.
But they also
What?
might be on mounts, as, they do tame some of the beasts around.
I mean, was there any evidence of them having mountable creatures like horses or something like that?
There are places for tying
Asking, is there any signs of non-humanoid tracks?
and Summer.
Bruh.
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, your mic was picking up every whack.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All good. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second.
I was asking if were, based on our previous insight checks, are there any signs of, like, non-humanoid tracks that
Yes.
would be left? Okay. And I'm guessing that's going
Large
to be about...
prints, like large. You'd think wolf prints, but
It's in Warg.
yeah.
Yeah, Warg. Okay. So I'm guessing about equal in number to the assumption, so like 10 or so of those. I'm guessing 10 wargs is not going to be enough to kick up that much dust.
No, you'd think enough. You know, that would be enough.
To kick up actual dust storm. Wargs are barely a large size. They're medium.
When a bunch of creatures
Uh,
start, like,
The
running through
paw
desert,
prints you've been seeing look the size of dire wolves.
so I mean,
But
they're
a
large
warg
size.
is a medium-sized creature.
No, large. They are large because you can ride them. Don't you remember? Erikai literally had one as his
Yes.
steed.
Yes, and his was not large size.
Yes, it was, otherwise he couldn't ride it. You can't ride a creature the same size as you. You have to ride one that's larger than you. That's why horses are also large size category. But for some reason, centaurs aren't.
We're not
It's a
getting
weird
into
feat.
that.
Kidding.
For the very specific reason of making
I know, I'm just making a
non-mountable
joke.
player characters. Yeah.
Non-mountable player.
I'm sorry. You can still mount a fucking centaur as anything that is small, like kobold, goblin, or halfling.
But you're also not allowed to have the mountable tag. There's like a tag that's needed to be a mount, and player characters aren't allowed to have it.
Well, regardless, something's coming. It's gonna be here in the next day or so. We should
That
probably
might be the rest of that Oni band.
Olkin, I would like you to get to sleep as fast as you can. Get up as fast as you can. And then please call the Empress for reinforcements.
I'm not sure even if
I
we
need to
do
know that you guys are gonna keep working if I'm gonna be napping.
Olkin? We will.
I like how y'all are just talking. I've just been
gonna-
brushing the horse for the past like 10 hours.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if they're going to get here in time to help us or not.
Well, we mentioned big fucking crystal tree, and I know the Empress will probably pull a few strings.
Alright, I'll trust Alistair to make sure people don't shrug off their duties, alright? I'll leave it to you.
I mean,
Brush his horse doesn't
them
listen.
getting here that quickly isn't a feasibility, though. Even with teleportation magic, you have to already know where you're going. This is some bungalow bandit camp in the middle of nowhere.
So it's probably pretty important that we keep working on improving the location then.
Well,
That still doesn't change the fact that they don't know where it is.
What,
No, I
You
can
know,
give them.
that's
so
not true.
certain teleportation, also if you describe the location of roughly where it is, if you give them a rough description of where you are, they can try a teleport to that area.
Oh, they could
And
also
it may
just
fail.
try.
That too.
We can also make a
They
magic
also could
circle.
just be scrying on you this entire time.
Mm-hmm. Basically, I can use sending, connect to somebody I know from the Empire, and they can use scrying to detect where I am, and then once they know where I am, they can teleport to me.
You guys are pretty close, and because there are order members and everything, there are protocols and shit.
Like,
So, yeah.
my product, my. Okay.
Defend the tree. Make sure nothing gets...
Defend the
Anyway.
tree and defend the Emperor's body until it's time to, well, get it to the Empress so she can make a fucking decision, because that's above my pay grade. With that case, yeah, I would suggest to the party shoring up the defenses of this place. I mean, it's already pretty defendable as it is, but it could be better, like sealing off this front passageway here. Stuff like that. Because from my understanding, this is like a 3 plateau kind of deal.
No, there are no rocks here. This is all structure.
Wait, these are not rocks? This is not a rock face?
This and this over here are not rock face. These are walls. The only rock face is back here by the temple where
That's
it
like
elevates.
yeah, it's a raised, craggy area.
Oh, that's hard to tell.
It's like
else-
raised
everything
crystal,
else is
basic.
ramshackle.
It's crystals that have like uprooted into a platform. One moment, I gotta really go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm surprised the order doesn't supply order members with like fucking sending stones or some shit. Because having sending stones would be so nice.
And back. Okay, so how this will work? Where did that go? Ah, there it is. Perfect. Okay. So, yes, in 8 hours, your friend will wake up. In the meantime, you guys can set up defenses. You guys can use some of the cages and barricades they already had to more reinforce the walls around. I can kind of change the landscape a little bit with adding because I do have barricades.
Oh my.
Are we able to rest me and Olkin?
You guys will get to long rest in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
I'm not. There's nothing I can really do to set up defenses, though.
Well, you remember what Olkin said? Physical labor.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I have a -2 to strength and a +0 to dex.
Tragic.
Look, old Whitey over there doesn't even remember his own name, and he's still shoveling up ash. All right, stop complaining.
Oh my god, Craig.
Heck.
From the armory, is there any extra arrows?
Arrows? Yes. You can
Oh,
definitely
yeah,
stock back up on arrows.
I did an investigation for these tents.
I'm not stocking. Well, I am stocking
Like a
up. But I'm
while
also getting
ago.
a few more.
I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry for cutting you off there. A lot of shit happening.
No problem. So, with the defenses and stuff, it won't actually take too much labor, because you guys do have time. It's just in the 8 hours, while your friends are sleeping, there are things you guys can do.
I mean, we can take the metal from the cages and, like, scrap wood and, like, put up a barrier here, but that's about it. Even then, that's not going to mean much because they can just cut through the walls.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the only thing that we have to move large objects is going to be the crane right here. That's what I'm
Actually,
thinking.
I have a dumb idea that would require a lot more than just 3 people working on it, so we'd have to find a way to convince Trilla to help. Do we want to set up, because we know they're coming in on mounts, and this is like the most likely entry they'd take.
Yeah.
Do we want to like dig a fucking punji stake trap so that the first person runs through and falls in and gets impaled with their mount.
But who's gonna make it poisonous?
We
We
don't
don't need to
need
make
it. It doesn't
You
need
shit
to be
on the
poisonous.
Punji sticks are made like the way that it was made is that they would shit on the punji
No, I
stick.
was making a
Okay,
joke.
but that's not necessary. Literally,
But
the
we have
only
a horse
point-
that can just shit a lot.
You're missing the point.
Yes.
The point is to make a punji trap.
Yes, it would essentially. Sorry, it would essentially cut off their easy entry so that they'd have to take time and go around.
Or walk
and-
over him.
What the fuck, Moxie? Why are you taking a long rest?
I mean, yeah.
Moxie
but-
goes somewhere to nap also, because they're not
Again,
no longer
it
getting
would-
pestered.
If we make like a big one here, the first guy that comes through falls into the pit, and he and his mount get impaled. Then they still have to pause to decide whether they're going around or going over, and that still creates a choke point. A temporary one, but still one nonetheless.
Here's the thing. We're also in the desert, so there's nothing saying that they're riding horses.
They're probably riding wargs if they are Oni/orcs.
Then wouldn't they be able to clear a pit quickly? So we would only be able to take care of one.
Again, it creates a temporary choke point that we can probably take advantage of within a surprise round.
Well, one thing to keep in mind is that, as you can see, we have wood spikes around, which are actually mostly like probably useful against fast-moving enemies because if they hit them, they get impaled. So we have more of them in the town. You could always just put them spread them around more. Wouldn't be that too hard.
Oh yeah, these guys right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could honestly use that instead, so it gets them off of the wargs. Because I feel like the punji stick thing, if we
Or
do
they'll
punji
just-
sticks, they could just use the wargs to jump over. Yes, we would take over one, and it would give us a second. But if we put these barricades up, they have to get off their mounts.
Not necessarily. A warg is pretty big. It probably has the athletics or dex to jump over it.
Yeah, they could probably roll it, but if they fail,
So yeah,
obviously-
here's what we say. We put these up. If they want to jump over it with a warg, then we put the punji stick behind it.
There you go.
So what? We put it at the entrance, and then right behind it is the pit.
Yes.
What the
Yes.
fuck are you doing, Mox?
Being lazy.
They
Well,
are
apparently
literally
they're
locking
taking a long-
themselves in a crate.
My thing
Yeah.
is, why don't we take the spellcasters and put them towards the top of the tree? Then they'd have line of sight over everything.
Because
Or
that
just
would-
use the
that would
watchtower
remove-
that's right here.
would
Yeah, I was
rather
gonna stand
use
up
the
on the-
watchtower that's like what, 40 feet tall, as opposed to the tree that's over 100 feet tall.
Well,
because
what I'm
the
saying is
thing
like
is-
not the absolute
Okay.
top, because if they're shooting at you from
I
the ground
wasn't
with
finished.
arrows,
I wasn't.
okay.
The
Go
issue
ahead.
with putting us up here is that, at least in my case, all of my ranged spells have a limited range. Putting me on top of the tree puts me out of range of most of my spells.
Right. But the higher
Well,
you are, the more
or-
disadvantaged, or the harder it is going to be for them to hit you with
Like,
their
or-
arrows.
Not
Because the arrows have to shoot.
necessarily. They're using, if they are Oni, that means they're probably using Oni bow, which have like a range of 120 to 360.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
All right,
that
then, yeah,
sounds
this is
cool.
probably the best spot right here. Then.
Nikki, can you put up like a feet increment of how tall this is right here?
Yes, I just make a reinforced box.
But
But yeah,
you're
I
sleeping,
think what
you
we're
should
gonna do is all of like the barricades we're gonna have. I think we should line them. How many barricades do we have inside the camp? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 barricades. Here's 2 that we already moved. So we have 3 more barricades.
There's 6. There's one that's a little covered up,
Oh, I see it right here.
and there's no. Oh, actually 7.
Oh,
Never mind.
7. 7.
2 of them
We
got
could
used.
also use the crates to our advantage, and the
Okay,
soup,
but-
because the soup would make an oily surface, so it'd be like it would be a slick surface. So if they are on
necessarily,
horses,
it
if-
would probably absorb into the.
Yeah, that wouldn't be like an overnight thing. It would dry out.
Honestly, I regret
Well,
not taking
yeah.
the spell. What would be really good here would be boiling oil, because I could place down the radius, which is a
Well-
slick, oily surface, and
You
then
mean
we
grease?
can light it on fire. No, boiling oil.
Grease also.
We
does
have,
that.
hold on. We have a long rest that Nikki said that we're getting after we decide
Yeah,
all of this.
I don't have the spell is the issue.
Oh, you're a withered.
Yes, I can take the spell. I didn't take it though.
No, I know. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that
we got you.
from the mummy up here, right?
No, it's just not on. It's not one of the spells I chose. I'd have to wait until we level up
Oh, okay.
if I even wanted to take it, but it. I don't know.
I think the crane might also be useful, because if we can move that crane here, we could use it like a wrecking ball.
Nah, that
I
I think that
mean-
would take too much.
No, that wouldn't be.
I mean, we could
great.
have it set up as a trap so that if they activate the trap in a certain location, it'll automatically swing.
Well, that would require like.
Again,
But it would break the
We
crane.
have it over the punji stick so that if they jump down and don't die, we just drop it over the punji sticks.
Well, the issue is
That
it's
would-
in place in the ground. We just can't move it. Also, sorry, Soviet.
Yeah. No,
Oh, that's
the
in
other
place. We
issue-
can't move the crane. Okay.
the other
Incorrect. I
issue-
grow big. And I do it.
There is another inherent issue
Okay.
with that is you would have to have a heavy object in the crane to drop from it, which we don't currently
The
have.
cages is attached to it
Yeah,
right
the
now.
cage is attached to it right now.
That's not exactly a heavy object.
I
it's a cage.
A
incorrect. It is
metal
made out of metal.
cage? Yes.
That's heavy as fuck.
Iron.
That's probably
It's
something
made out
around
of.
like
It's literally made out of
400
iron.
pounds.
Yeah, it's not a pet
No.
cage. This is like a human cage.
Okay, as somebody who actually blacksmiths
This is,
and uses metals
this is
days and weeks at a time,
So 1 second.
that's
radio.
heavy as fuck.
Radio. So these cages are meant for creatures of like Yuan-Ti Naga's size, and like big people to
Here,
like
just use
smaller.
the sheet.
It's meant to house captives. Either way, it is gonna be a heavy cage, but it is also just bars of metal strung across empty space. If you fill that shit, sure.
with rocks. Big
Why would we
rock-
fill it?
We have big rocks.
Make
but
it
why would we
heavier.
fill it?
Make it heavier, which would also add more bludgeoning damage when you drop it.
No, it's to drop it to capture them, like to put them in a hold. Because like if we just put them in a hold, we can just like
Okay.
I have
but
a
they can-
spear where I could just poke,
they
poke,
can-
poke.
I
They
think
can
we're getting
break
a
out
bit
of
too
that.
complicated on this.
Yeah, again, I think
We-
stick
wanting to-
to the simple idea of we have the thing they have to jump over. There is a spike trap beneath it that'll take out probably at least one.
Yeah, and then we're just
My
going to
question-
expand
And then
the
those who
spike
are in
wall as much
range-
as we can outside of the tent or outside of the walls. Just
Yeah.
expand those as much as possible.
So I
Are
would
we gonna be
say
able to even dig the punchy? Because that's a lot of area to cover right here.
Do we have someone who has move earth or whatever?
I
don't think we do.
Hold on, let me double check.
no, you don't.
There are shovels
No.
inside this camp.
Yeah, and I made shovels. Actually,
Even-
Old Whitey has a shovel right now. I made one for him.
Well, here's the thing. Even with shovels, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 cubic meters that we or cubic feet. 60 to the
You
power
guys
of
have
3.
like a whole day.
There's no way we're doing that in one night. Though.
A night, no, but a day, sure.
A
A day on top of the
yeah,
night yet.
but everybody here has to, or pretty much everybody here has to rest because we
Except for Alistair.
Yeah,
Except-
we've already used the working day up.
I
You-
need to rest. No, I don't have any spells. I don't have any spell slots open.
Yeah, so I guess
Or
we
at
can just
least I
leave it right
should've.
there. Just say the punji pit isn't ready yet, but we do have the spikes all set up.
Or instead of
We-
doing a punji pick, how about we just put sticks in the ground that they're facing towards it, so they would have.
I have an
We just-
idea.
We just put a bunch
Oh.
of fucking sticks.
Go ahead.
All right.
Simon.
Why not? Because they're most likely gonna run into the camp. Why not have it like have something that they run into and it's just gonna collapse, making it harder to get into the camp and also potentially piling onto them, and they take damage from it, also making it difficult terrain. And because it's gonna be wood, it should give us the chance to shoot a fire spell and start burning it.
So like dumping a bunch of hot coals or something on the ground.
We do have a forge here. We can just melt down a lot of the cheap metals around here.
We don't
Nope,
have a
I broke it
forge.
because it was disgusting.
Never mind.
Also,
Yeah,
I think this is fine right here.
Mithril.
I
Well,
think
I
Wait,
didn't
what?
know like what I mean by cheap metals, like the iron cages and whatnot.
Alright, I think we're getting.
Oh,
we're
I could do
getting
that
the-
by hand because I have a smithing kit.
we're
Melt
just
them
getting a bit-
down?
I have heat metal.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Well,
I
we
think-
got this set up. I think that's it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's really much else we can do because this place is already kind of
Alright,
fortified.
Long rest,
Oh, no,
Alistair. So the
hold
8
on,
hour.
during-
You guys spend.
before.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
Go
the,
ahead.
you're the DM. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, if I'm about to skip ahead. If you're needing to do
I
something
was
right
gonna
this
say
second.
we put whenever we put up the spikes, because it's the spikes that are out of the ground, we can put the human soup on that so that it would actually deal like it'd be poisonous.
Okay, that's disgusting, but sure.
Yeah, we just when we see the coming, we dump the soup out. There you go.
So it's pungy spikes that we can see.
Actually, do we? I was
It's a
gonna
lot of
ask
soup.
if anyone has like just oil.
I have sake.
So
No.
you'd also you'll figure it out.
Alright,
Hey,
I'm gonna
so,
go ahead and do the
Long
other one.
rest,
Not
Oaken
helpful.
and Alistair. Thank you. No, don't worry about me. Don't worry about it. I didn't hint towards it. It's okay. Okay. So, 8 hours pass by. It is much later in the afternoon. The other ones will have to rest eventually. But you guys will be on like strange sleep cycles at the moment. But yes, Alistair and Olkin, you can take you can sit up and join your parties. Same with Moxie, as they also seem to have taken nap. They were probably also
Well-
out of spells, I'm guessing.
If I go back and I see that smithy still has all of its stones in place.
Hold on. I can now, because it's a long rest, I can change out my spells, yes?
Yes.
Yep. You can prepare your new spells.
Listen, I worked on your stones. I threw them. I made sure it's done before doing other stuff. Then made a reinforced crate.
I don't think you could do all that because you took the rest.
So if
Look,
you-
if shit hits
so,
the fan,
I
I'm
did-
gonna hide in the crate.
So, I did hear mention of the crane. Yes, the crane is movable.
Oh.
It is not, like, plugged into the ground. It is just on the ground. But it is a very, like, basically made one. It seems to be just rope tied to a spool, which is tied to a hamster wheel-esque device.
Alright, Haseo. What are the stupid magic words I need to speak to the man so he understands I'm serious?
Okay, so in this sort of protocol, Nikki, does the order have a hotline? Alright. Fuck.
You guys all met the Empress. You can literally just send a sending message to directly the Empress. She sent you on this
I
mission.
have met her? Okay, I didn't know I met her. I
Yeah,
know
so,
that.
you know-
I got them. I didn't know me.
Yes.
Well, we met. Is there some sort of code phrase that can be sent to like signal dire emergencies or some shit? Well, okay. In the context of a crystal tree moment, what would we would say? Because I've got an idea what to say, but I'm asking if there's any sort of code phrases that the Crystal Empire has to say about shit like this.
A crystal tree has sprouted. Bam.
There isn't really a code for this kind of thing other than recovery.
So would I get 25 words?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just spam recovery 25 times.
Okay. Well, I guess
Uh,
let's figure this out.
recovery
This is-
recovery of a crystal tree has been successful.
Or old bandit camp.
But you can also just tell her that there is just one that just sprouted in front of you guys, because there isn't really a code for that. It's random. It's there is no reason for them to have thought of that.
Well, there's also the other half of this that we also have to somehow inform them of.
Possible enemy force heading our way.
Does anyone here have reach on their melee weapons?
No.
So I'm the only one. Okay. I was gonna say, because I feel like we should have like 2 people here, and then 2 melee fighters here, and then the range fighters up on the watchtowers.
I can be both. Hey, now this
Oh,
is
that's
another
right.
question.
You and I should be the ones in front because we're the only ones that can fly.
Okay,
Another
boys and
que-
girls.
Another question.
There's only boys.
Is there a code phrase for anything Emperor related?
Hmm.
Is there a code phrase for anything Emperor related?
You know,
I guess is there a phrase for stuff that's meant to be staying in the family type deal?
father found. Telling her directly that her father has been found is pretty. Just saying father found would be good enough.
Okay. I've got like a basic yeah, something along the lines of that.
Ooh, I gotta use this one now. Alright, so I'm actually gonna explain to you guys how this will work. I'm actually gonna put a token on the map. Once she arrives, there'll be some things. As you have warned her, there is combat incoming. I was on the wrong end of the screen.
Are we playing COD Zombies? Are we exfilling?
Sorry, I can't actually do the voice.
Can you
So-
can you just real quick? Can you just add father found to the end of that because you have enough for those 2 words?
I mean, I feel like the artifacts and the crystal tree are enough.
That's true.
Alright.
Secondary thing, you can tell her afterwards. You said, crystal tree, enemy is on the way, important artifacts, arrive. Okay, that's enough for her to come. You hear this. I am on my way. I will bring a few of my, loyalists to bring with. I think you all will be enough to defend us.
She's not bringing like.
She's
Any
bringing
of her
people.
guard.
She is.
Okay.
So,
As long
How
as we
did she
don't-
respond? You cut out for me, only me, I assume, because I
She's
didn't hear
coming.
anything.
She's bringing people. She's bringing like her personal loyalists.
We're not gonna get along. The rest of us aren't gonna
Oh.
get a rest, are we?
no, you'll have time because you told her like literally right when you woke up. So you still have about a day. You can long rest. The rest of them can set up when she arrives, which is pretty much right away. You watch as the tree opens up, and you see this person walk out. Von Liar. She's still named that.
Oh no. Oh no.
And
if you don't want to use him, that's fine. There is someone else she could summon that could get here faster than they could.
Who?
You know damn well who.
Okay, great vagueness. Who?
I think he's talking about his character.
Your character's not here right now.
He has the capacity to get here rather quickly.
He does.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use a bathroom.
She hasn't, like, pissed him off to the point where he's not going to help them yet.
These four arrive.
Ooh.
Oh my. The trees. They're back. This is incredible. Von Liara will look around, smiling, look over the tree, and walk over to you guys. Thank you all for bringing us to here. But
good.
we must
More
make
hands.
a little bit of haste, as you said there are enemies arriving. I have some help. Ricona and Cafera are utility. Ricona can is a mage, and she can buff you all. Von Liara, during this little raid thing, can allow you guys to make a free attack action. And I said that right. Fariel is going to be focused on the tree. He doesn't matter. Cafera can heal all of you. A certain amount. But it's a mass heal. And during this, if you kill a epic enemy, resources are refreshed during that, right at the start of the next wave.
Epic enemy. What the fuck is this, Fortnite original?
No, you guys are going to be defeating waves of the enemies that you're about to face.
I would like to imagine that Old Whitey doesn't realize any of this has happened, and he's still just shoveling ash.
Yep.
You saying something,
I
Radio?
probably need to reset some of my spells.
Yep. So you have time for a long rest to refresh all your spells. You are going into combat. And there is going to be like an actual... it'll be waves of enemies. So after every wave, you guys will have a few moments to reset yourselves and start again. But there'll be different enemies each wave. And how the bar will tick down is this health bar will go down.
Yeah, go ahead.
While Moxie, whoever is, while Tirsheal and the rest are resting, I will be speaking to the Empress about my lack of,
Oh yeah, she's here for that. You guys have time. As I said, you guys have long rest to go through and preparations, but you can chat with these people as they're here. Ricona looks pissed off and is sitting by herself. Cafera is leaning against the tree.
Yeah, so I'll approach the Empress and kneel before her. Ooh,
Hello,
wrong way.
Alistair. You may stand up. You may not need to do that. I'm not like my father. I don't demand you to do so.
Though you do not find it necessary, I feel that it is only right, as I have... Okay, allow me... May I speak freely?
Granted.
I have not been listening to my superiors, and I feel that the actions that I have taken have not done justice to the vision of the Empire that you wish to see. And I feel that I may need to go back and recorrect myself, as I do not feel fit to be traveling with a party that I don't understand my own goals anymore. I'm still stuck in my old ways.
She will nod. I'm guessing sometime reevaluating with the order will do some good.
I agree.
She will Vernon. Mario, can you send this one back home? They need to be sent to the Order. And, Sir can walk into the tree. As the tree opens up. As if, like, the pieces of bark almost, like, separate, and there's, like, a beam of light coming out of it.
I will walk up to Haseo, and I will hand him my my immovable rod.
Oh.
And I will turn to Tirsheal, and I will hand him my ring of radiant resistance.
Oh.
How about he keeps cloak?
You can actually send those items out. So if
Yeah,
you click
if
on
you-
the item in your inventory, if you right-click the item, I should say, you should have an option to send to player. It'll open up another screen. You then select the player in question and send item.
Do you want the plate armor?
I'm a monk.
We were just
Wait, what the fuck is this royal cloak of billowing?
You found the Emperor's cloak, remember?
And it billows
No,
dramatically.
I hand that. I also hand that to the Empress, saying that this is one of the things that we found.
Okay, one second.
I'm assuming we're gonna hold off on the Crystal Emperor for a moment, for now, right?
He is leaving. This is like the only chance he has to hand it over. Unless he just does it.
She will take it, look upon it. She will sigh. I'm guessing if you have found this piece of him, there is much more around.
Yes.
We will take care of that once our enemies are taken care of. This place looks well fortified so far.
Oh, Radio, are you gonna mention the fact that you broke a ring and now Whitey appears to be possessed?
I don't know that Whitey is nobody. Does anyone has anyone told me that Whitey is possessed? I will tell the Empress that I found a ring and shattered it.
We forgot to tell you.
Because the ring was given off. The ring was given off bad vibes, so I broke a ring, and that's what I tell her.
Destruction of magic is more as a common practice during the war. It's not that time anymore. It can be studied, learned about. Actions are understandable, but for next time, perhaps think about before. And, we shall head home.
Well, goodbye, Alistair.
Yeah, the moment he fucking goes through the tree portal, Tirsheal is going to tear out the page he had on him, and he's just gonna cast Firebolt in his hand and burn it.
What the fuck?
Moxie goes up to the
I
Empress.
was planning to talk to one of the Order headmasters when we got back, but it appears that's no longer necessary.
Oh.
Moxie's gonna walk up to
Vonliara
the
is actually gonna walk up to the now. It seems you are without an officer. Are you without an enforcer? Is this still suitable? Executioner. Since you are without a executioner, what is it? Do you want another?
I mean, personally, I don't see any issue. A member to our this little task force you have assembled would be nice, especially when we're about to get raided.
I'd prefer somebody if they could have a little bit more strength in their arms. Everybody here is
Also, my Empress.
rather incapable.
When would you like a debriefing of all you've found here?
After the enemies are taken care of.
Understood.
She puts on her own armor.
Moxie's gonna tug at her wear, or at her sleeve.
Please don't touch them. They will kill you.
They will turn their head looking down at you. They're a tall elf.
And then Moxie's gonna gesture for her to follow.
Moxie?
PRB.
Oh,
Just-
right, that one.
What?
Yeah, ask her, like, just generally
We'll
gesture
we'll
for
get
her
to
to
that
follow.
after this.
You might want to tell them that then.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it'd be better if you had a small debriefing at this time, Empress.
Hmm.
So besides Cloak of the Emperor, we found another thing. A certain plasmoid decided to put it on, and now they can't take it off.
I can see it by what they're wearing. I
Oh, yeah, it's
recognize things.
It sunk into them. I'm not sure if they can.
The Empress is looking at the
Oh,
plasmoid's
right. It's not on
titties.
their head anymore.
No,
Yeah,
you can see
it
her
sank
corpse.
Their boob
inside
Uh,
of them.
They looked
The
at
boob window.
Chain
Yeah.
line.
Sorry.
Windows.
Scratch that. Sorry.
Oh, we found another extra planar from Runerix, apparently.
Oh yes, that too.
I mean, if
Tell
anyone's
him
got a
meteor.
diamond, we could always kill Moxie, and I could just bring him back.
Don't you have? Aren't you a cleric? Can't you remove curse?
Moxie's gonna look at you
Yeah.
skew.
I didn't get remove curse. I have bestow curse. I can make it worse.
You're a
I
cleric.
have
You can
bestow
change out
curse
your
as
spell
well.
list.
Yeah, I
He
did.
doesn't
Nobody told me to get
have
remove curse.
access to
Don't do it.
we
I
did
do have
last-
access to it.
We did last session, but
Yeah,
never
that's alright.
mind.
We can
Well,
get to it
as long as she knows I'm fine. Walks
He
away.
doesn't. You remember
Oh.
you hid the crown.
In the boob
Oh.
window.
Yes.
Oh, what the heck?
I'm gonna.
So real
Oh,
quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
The other thing, while there are more.
No, I-
This one thing of the Emperor that we found, it's currently latched onto Plasmoid there.
Makes it slowly rise
She
to the
will
top.
sigh a little bit. You mean my crown is attached to them now?
Yes, and we can't remove
I-
it without hurting.
Personally, that is fine. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that your dad's crown was like cursed.
Curse.
It's
Yeah,
it's
it won't
cursed.
come off.
He will walk over as it arises to the head, and then he will just grab it because he's taller than Moxie and stretch.
Alright, because you just did that. Just because you did that.
Do fucking not.
No.
Can we not act like children in front of the Empress?
Jeez.
And
I am
Oaken will
just
grab both
demonstrating.
of you and then move you apart. Don't purposely hurt the plasmoid to
not.
make a point.
They are malleable. I'm not even pulling
I
it
will
that far.
shock
It's
you.
just a couple of inches to show that it's not coming off.
Can you two not do this right now? Especially in front of the Emperor.
Shit stuck.
And
Yes,
I'm the crazy one.
Well,
it is stuck.
yes. There's a reason for that. It is, there's a ritual. Currently, right now, it is connected to my father and his bloodline. As I am the next in line, and I guess I am the next Empress of this empire.
Oh,
I will have to go through the same ritual, but unfortunately someone put it on and has been crowned a false king. False
mean,
emperor. Empress.
If we had a powerful enough cleric that could probably remove it with ease.
I literally told you I just need time. Stop complaining.
It,
I'm sure we can deal with it later.
yeah, it's not exactly important.
Alright.
No.
Speaking of your father, your majesty, farther up ahead, perhaps if you need any of your guard with you, but there is something that needs your attention.
We are
Hmm.
that is waiting until later.
Is it?
As I
Yes,
said,
we
many things.
explicitly said it would wait.
Certain things
Why is
can
that
wait
waiting?
until later, as there are enemies about. We need to
Are they
be-
on their way here already? Okay.
They're on their way.
So we're all taking long rests, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me do that real quick.
Did it prepare everything? Ugh,
You.
how dare. Cool.
Anywho, my Empress, you were mentioning about potentially another order member. Have anyone to recommend?
Perhaps one of the Shiri kids. Would you mind having a younger one sort of learn after you? You may have to deal with a little bit of
I mean,
that.
as long as it doesn't turn out what happened with my uncle.
What happened with your uncle?
He had a member of the Shiri household that was his executioner, if I remember correctly. Well, I don't really know what happened after that.
I'm gonna... actually, I can tell you what happened to your uncle if you'd like to know. The executioner that was theirs actually found them.
Oh. Holy shit, he's alive?
Yes. Well, last I remember, he's alive, yes?
Nice. Anyway.
Wait, between the two, who is the one who was angry?
I'm looking for a way to get radio back in. I'm sorry.
Yes, they'll be back in, don't worry. I have a thing for it.
Don't you worry. I'm just over here silently
So,
crying.
one thing I will let you know about
Don't
is
cry.
during this little escapade, after some time, everyone gets ready for waves of enemies. There, after some time of waiting, preparing, make me perception checks, all of you.
Oh yeah, Nikki, I just wanted to ask a quick question. Who is the one who was angry
Can you make me...
between the two?
Alistair. Can you make me a stealth check? As you know who? Can you click the public role thing and set it to private GM? Never mind. Oh, yeah. Private GM role. And then set it back to default after you roll your stealth, please. Okay. Nope. Yep. Moxie. You notice the branches are moving around in things, and as if something is walking on top of them.
Huh. She's gonna go up because she was gonna stand on one of the branches, and then try and poke the thing that's walking.
Oh my god, no one's gone to get Old Whitey.
What?
Old Whitey. God.
He's just over there. Staring
Nobody moved
menacingly.
him over here.
They should have moved themselves. Sorry. Woo! All good. Things are here. Being prepared. Moxie, you well, how do you get up the tree?
Climb it.
You climb it? Do you have a climb
Yeah.
speed?
No.
No. Alright.
Yeah.
You
Make
realize you
me
have to
your
roll
choice of
athletics?
athletics.
or acrobatics?
Well, when you get higher up on the tree, sure, I'll allow acrobatics, but at the moment, there is not a lot for you to be acrobatic about.
All right. I'm gonna suffer for my actions.
How
Damn
are
it.
you spinning them? You
No.
start climbing up the tree, and then you lose your grip and fall back down.
All right.
Maybe don't climb the religious artifacts.
Kefera puts a hand up, says, "What are you doing?"
Moxie just looks at her, and then points up at the tree.
Speak. I do not know what you mean.
Sighs. Very well. I do not like speaking, but something in the tree. She says that
Something-
quietly so no one else hears.
Stealth.
Alright. Guess.
Sorry.
Can't believe I have to stealth every time I speak
Actually,
to them.
I'll scratch that. That was... I don't know why Pyre rolled. Moxie, I'm just gonna use your passive. Just ignore it.
Not passive?
Hi.
Alright, let me check. Okay, go to attributes. That's where you're gonna find passive, I think. Where do I find passive?
You got a
It's 15. I already know.
Cool.
So yeah,
Okay.
if anyone's gonna try and like listen in on the conversation.
I mean, I have a passive 17.
My ears
Perception.
hear everything.
With perception?
Yeah.
Wow.
I could probably hear it. I don't care to.
My
So,
passive
as
perception
you-
is 16.
Why
Uh,
is it 16? What the fuck?
Hi.
Good question.
Observant, are you?
Oh yeah, observant. Fuck.
It has a +5 bonus to their passive. Always been that way.
My passive investigation is 19. I should just start using that more often.
I swear I'll punch one of you if you say anything.
Gaze just slowly shifts over this way.
Moxie looks to you and then points the other way.
I would speak
Pretty-
in Ogwin, but I'm
You
pretty
say-
sure there are multiple people that understand
Okay, so
it.
if your passive perception is just 16, you would notice the tree moving a bit too.
Hey, the fuck's fucking around up there?
Huh?
Something fucking with the branches.
Mm.
Oh hell no! None of my good orderly watch. Whoop.
Can I see the thing that's moving?
It's very thick branches. You wouldn't be able to see where they are.
I-
They're probably on the top where it's like kind of layered. You know how pine trees are
I-
like? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I hate that you have fucking elevator shoes. Screw gravity.
Clicks heels 3 times and floats.
No, it's
Oh
just
my
like
God.
he's just walking in place, just do do do.
It's when you're trying to cross the invisible boundary.
Nikki, does the tree have fruit?
No, it has no seeds.
Hmm.
At this
Yeah.
current moment. All right, Haseo, you climb up to the tree and what?
Oh god,
Well-
what
I
are you
will
doing?
You
I will
notice
expand.
a person up here. You
I will
see
expend some charges.
you see an avian just on top of the tree, just kind of looking at the tree a little bit quizzically.
What the fuck?
Hello, Pyre. You can introduce yourself and your character. As
Hello,
Alistair has
everybody.
retired.
Oh,
I am
God, it's a
Pyre.
furry.
I will be playing the Phoenix-born Ranger. And Pyre is a very feminine-looking top. That's how I'm gonna explain it. He's
Oh,
very
right.
personable. He's very inquisitive. He likes learning, to a fault. But he's got a slight dent in the back, and by that I simply mean that he is inquisitive to a fault, to where sometimes the questions he asks are not appropriate. But he is very kind and very willing to just, he's a vibe.
Hey,
There you go.
vibe. Hey, vibe guy. Hey, Pyre. Do you mind making me a what? I'm gonna use cause fear. Nikki, I'd like to use cause fear.
How are you gonna cause fear when you can't see me?
They're up.
can-
They're on the top of the tree. The only person who sees them right now is Haseo. And Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Haseo,
God.
go ahead.
Excuse me, avian.
Hello?
What are you doing up here?
Mm,
I am resting and also studying. How are you flying?
Magic.
Interesting.
Could you?
Are
You
you
not-
also a wanderer?
No. I'm. I guess. Not in the correct sense of that term. Anywho. Can you please not sit in our sacred tree? What
Or
the
wh-
fuck?
Could you? I'm
How the
targeting
fuck did
Moxie
you-
now. I'm
how the
targeting
fuck did
Moxie
Moxie
because
get up
Moxie
here?
moved into my.
I think they're under the tree because they haven't climbed up yet.
yeah.
But for why? I'm causing no harm.
Well, I guess that's true. But still, sacred tree.
Oh.
Please do not sit in it.
No, I apologize. I had no understanding that this was a sacred tree, and I'll fly down to the ground. Hello.
When you get near this person, they give off like a almost like warm like heat off of their body. Not like the sun, like heat, like just like a calming heat that's almost like nice and warm and
Do I start drying out?
Radioactive. I wish I could be radioactive.
it's not like
Yeah.
it's burning hot, drying you out. It's more like it's
You're in a sauna.
no, not that hot. Not enough to like make you sweat, but enough to like keep you feeling nice during a cold day.
We're in the desert, so it's a sauna.
We're in the desert.
Yes, you're in the middle of a desert, so it's just like addition to the desert heat.
It's like we're constantly getting just
They-
hot air blown towards blown towards us.
They're just always on fire. But if they're inside like a normal like building and stuff, they'll give off like a warming, comforting heat.
Just looking around when I land.
They're
I just
like
go, hello, everyone.
they're like sitting next to a campfire always. Except for it
Hello.
can't hurt you.
You have very beautiful hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As do you, ma'am.
Who's he talking to?
Raises
Oh,
an
wait,
I
that's
was
eyebrow.
about to get very
Uh,
confused.
Excuse.
Hello.
Um.
Yes.
How did you get in our camp?
I flew.
She's like hand on her sword.
Man.
Oh. I did not take you for enemies. I thought we were all friendly here.
Well, I heard there was enemies along their way to here, and suddenly you're here. Explain.
Yes, I saw them.
Why didn't you come down and just say hello?
Well, because I thought that when the enemies would show up, if everybody here knew I was here, then it would lose the element of surprise for them. As they're showing up, and I am very keen with a bow, why would I give myself away, as I do not know your intentions either? I apologize, but it's just out of caution for myself. I've been wandering by myself for many years now.
Huh.
One
I
of
mean
the
no ill will for hiding. I apologize.
Do you belong to a nomadic tribe?
I belong to no one.
I need to see.
And
if I
nowhere.
Sorry, just this transaction is happening. Nikki, what kind of check would it be to see if Tirsheal can restrain himself from pulling out the flask and drinking?
Just drink. Don't
You
even
drink.
try to
Damn.
resist.
Huh?
Just
In front of you.
It's
I-
in your nature.
I actually-
Get crunk.
I
Hold up,
actually
see-
found an item that is the funniest thing I've ever had found.
And imagine, real quick, an imaginary Caesar appears on your shoulder with angel wings. Don't do it. And then I don't know, fucking
I don't know.
nippers.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I can mentally restrain myself
What do you mean?
or something?
I mean, if it's a personal roll,
It's
just make a
just
personal
this-
roll.
It's just this
Yeah.
confusing transaction of the bird
And
person appearing and just
Name.
jabbering.
Make
So
a
what do
wisdom
you-
save, determine the DC yourself.
So now that they're on the ground, what the DC? Oh yeah, the DC's
No, I'm
there.
asking, should I make a fucking intelligent check or something to see if he can
Name.
just not?
So that are you? What are you casting
Right,
off
to
of
give-
it?
To give context, he is not well, we're talking about Tirsheal. Tirsheal wants to make a save against drinking from
Not
his
save, just a check to see if
that
he
would
can
it would be a
mentally-
it would be a
Restraint
wis-
is wisdom.
Restraint is wisdom,
Yeah.
Wisdom.
always.
saving throw or ability.
Saving throw.
Fine.
Fail.
I don't think you're drinking.
Oh, you passed.
You
Oh.
see him like reach into his pocket. You know what he's reaching for, and then he looks at the. I don't want to move token. And then he looks, and you just see him remove his hand from his pocket without grabbing anything.
Hello, Aquaddle.
If you're not here as an enemy, you're here to fight. Well then,
Would you like me to?
you are in my land.
Oh,
You can fight for
Uh,
my people.
are you a homeowner?
You say you're a knowledgeable sword. You know what the Crystal Empire is, correct?
That's why I'm here, is to learn about it. But, no.
Ah.
Not really.
Well,
Okay,
the
so
same
Although
amount-
you do look
actually-
very important.
So, actually, this is an interesting point. If since you are a traveler of sorts, you probably have heard of the Crystal Empire, an empire that was once thrown about the Deadlands, once owned it, but for the most part, since the war, have been seemingly ghosts.
Yeah, so pretty much the reason why my character would be here at this moment is to, one, investigate the fact that a sun happened in the middle of the day from
Yeah.
the other side of the horizon.
Yeah, because you
And-
would have seen the tree randomly fucking appear. So yes.
In all honesty, the reason why I'm here is to investigate the aftermath of the war. I heard about it in, well, a local area. Not local, but another land. Not
Yeah.
another land, but another country. You understand. Do you?
You'll find remnants of it all throughout the Deadlands. So there's evidence of the many battles that have gone about.
So, forgive my ignorance, but you said your people. Does that mean that you are the proprietor of this? And he looks around at the stuff
This
encampment.
this encampment is just a piece of my land. All the sands around you, the crystals that once used to be the forests, that is the land I rule over. The citizens I protect.
Oh, then that would mean that you're the new and current Empress that I've heard about. And I'll bow slightly. A pleasure to meet you.
Then you have been to one of the villages.
Briefly, just enough to restock.
How are they faring?
Hmm.
I will stop. So, for the most part, a little bit struggling. You did help them out with giving them money and things and purchasing stuff, allowing them to, trade a bit. So, for the most part, they're gonna be okay, but you're not sure how long.
Well, I did help them with money and trade, but for the most part, they seem like they're, how do I put this lightly? On the verge of collapsing in general.
Supplies haven't come in a while.
I did what I could.
I appreciate you, your kindness, stranger.
Oh, I apologize. I'm Pyre.
And I am Von Liara, Empress of the Crystal Empire.
How shall I address you?
You may address me as Empress, Von Liara.
All right.
Or just Empress is fine. But if you
Understood.
are here, this tree is important to our entire... The old
History
ways
check,
we
I assume?
the old ways we protected these trees. This being here is a great start.
Should I history
But
check to see what I
our
know?
enemies will know now.
Oh. Sorry, I thought
Yes, you can make a history check.
19.
Nice.
She speaks of enemies and trees and things. This place used to be a grand forest you once heard about. A forest filled with trees made out of crystals, sprouted crystal saplings that were used in a few different technological advances throughout the times during the war. New weapons, new other things, tools, among things. About the age of mage tech, but also was a long fought war. The Crystal Empire generally protected the trees and had many rituals with these saplings and the fruits it would bear, using them to augment themselves and sometimes using ritualistic ways of augmenting their own weapons without harming the trees. What the what the Oros dynasty in the Scatholic Dominion did during this time was start cutting down the trees and stealing the seeds and everything that would be with them. This tree is massive. It seems to based on your own check of it, seems to be very old. But, strangely, it also seems new. It's almost like this thing molted.
Yes, I believe that I've heard about the
Yes.
Crystal Forest in the past at some point.
That extra bit was because
Respectfully-
you're a ranger.
Yeah. Respectfully, I assume, being under new leadership and what I've heard about the Empire's efforts recently, I'd assume that you are not going to be exhausting these resources.
No. Well, it all depends. I'd rather not be in another war. But I want also to understand these trees a lot more. My father... This is hard. May have broken these things. We don't know where any of them fully are, other than the few that have been gifted to other empires, gifted to other territories as thank yous.
Very poor choice of words.
Hmm.
I'm not. Tirsheal isn't saying that. I'm just pointing out very poor choice of words on her part.
Why?
Nikki, we brought the crystalline infused remains of his dried out heart to her as evidence that he's the one who caused this.
Yeah.
Very poor choice of words.
Who caused it?
Yeah, but there is actually something you don't really fully know about it, that Von Liara actually does know about. Actually, not long ago, a group of adventurers found a heart of sorts, made crystalline and things. They told me it was connected to my father. If that were true, you guys mentioned that her father is here, right?
No,
No.
remember we were gonna
Okay,
leave.
never mind.
I'll say now. I'll say now. Well, I guess that explains his body.
Hmm. This is actually very similar.
Ah, alright. Alright.
But you guys can do a, well, Pyre has joined the party. No, 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 no.
Moxie very
Von
nervous.
Liara will, say, my lieutenants and I will do our best to defend you all while you are, or well, to help you all while you're defending us while we investigate this tree. Dispose of those barbarians for us, shall we?
Is there any
My
way we could
lady.
convince them to fuck off?
Yes, with fire, sword, and murder.
Understood.
My lady, if I
If
may ask,
you do some very barbaric shit, so yeah. If you do
my
some
lady, if I may ask.
intimidating stuff meant to demoralize and stuff, you feel like you have a possibility of doing that depending on how good their moral is. And it depends on
Damn.
how tactical you are based on that, because of if you've been in war and stuff. Anyways.
Someone is trying to say something.
Also, I think Mad King had to go because we had a
Yeah,
session a little
work.
bit earlier.
Yeah, he had work, but I mean, we're getting close to the 10 p.m. mark. We could probably just say we'll start fighting like next session or something.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah.
It's very... Yeah, we can do that next session.
What about you? Sophie?
Moxie shyly goes
I'll also
up to...
see if I can make a...
I work on the same schedule he does.
He had to go to work. He had to go in work early.
Oh.
So, okay. I just need to know what is being removed off this map so I can remove it and add things and what things are being moved about. And so just tell me, I'll end session and we'll talk about that for a little bit.
Sure.
But-
I mean, the forge is destroyed. It's rubble now.
Real quick. Someone was trying to say something.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So go.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Yes, but Moxie would go up to the Empress and say, "My lady, if I may,
Yes.
Could I potentially provide everyone with a speech?
You may.
It may boost morale. And Moxie's gonna cast motivational speech. I am not giving you guys a speech. But she does give you guys a speech. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah.
She stands there blankly looking at us in her mute face.
Fine. She gives you a motivational speech while slowly giving stuff about her backstory.
So I guess you basically just do this literally as they're about to come upon us.
And once done, yeah, everyone. Huh, I can choose up to 5 creatures. I'll have to guess this twice.
So yeah, you can do that when they show up and everything. That's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
I was just saying
So
get the-
I would actually play. So you guys are going to be attacked from more than likely the sides and the front. Not so much the rear. The rear is pointless.
I mean,
It's
the
very
two places
defended
that
and
Well,
we're-
it's elevated,
it's
right?
elevated and defendable. It's defended and has like it's not climbable. It has like spikes coming out of it. It's pointless.
That's side and front.
Sides and front. Okay.
Yeah, we can do this.
Anyways, thank you all for joining us for today's session of For the Crystal Empire. A little bit of a slow one, but it'll be off and on for that.
Nah,
Thanks.
labor camp RP, bro.
Oh, labor
Great
camp
stuff.
RP. I like it though. It's nice. And I will edit this map.
Basically, yeah, most of the tents are going to be gone. The smithy's going to be rubble because somebody didn't clean up the fucking smithy like I,
I
told them
did.
to.
They did.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Then why did you run off
Yes.
sleeping? Because that would have taken you all day.
First, I did it before running
Well,
off.
they got enlarged, so they could have just taken like a hand and had like 4 arms. They could have just taken like mega armful. Who's spamming the
Nobody you think has control of it.
All right, thank you all for joining us, and actually, thank you all for the resubscriptions and the follows of recently. Thank you for joining us for today's session. Hugs. You're all
Yo,
wonderful.
ain't it?
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh.
Tell people